on our seasoning today and our spicing, we have a number of things. Liver is something that, because of its very strong scent, like its natural scent is kind of strong, tending towards the blood, you want to really season as much as possible, because you have to lose it. You have to lose that scent before you can actually enjoy the liver. And I know sometimes when I cook, sometimes it's very hard for me to eat because I had that scent, but honestly, you just have, the seasoning is so you can just lose that scent and also flavor it. Today we have black pepper. Black pepper is like an all-time for most of the stews or sauces. I'm bringing today cinnamon. This is basically cinnamon. I have beef seasoning. This seasoning I just buy it from the market. There are different types of beef seasonings on the market, but this is just beef seasoning, and it has many spices that are mixed up in here, but it's particularly for beef. So I feel like because liver and beef, they are related, for me this works for me perfectly. I have curry powder. This is simbambili, really the ordinary simbambili. It's available in our market. We have already our cubes of green pepper. We have red onions here ready to go. You notice I made a bit of these. I'll use all of them, but these I'll just use like 2 tablespoons of each. I'm just going to cook more, so I put them here ready in my kitchen. And then I have my boy over here. He cut for us our tomatoes. Some are already here. He's Jeremy, speak about what are you here to do? You're enjoying cooking with mommy because what?
It's fun.
It's fun.
And I also want something when we cook.
You learn something when we cook. Right. I'm teaching him to be able to cook dinner for us one of these days. He has to like really learn a lot of things so he can make delicious meals. Jezreel, you've been cutting the carrots. There are carrots that have been cut by Jezreel over here, ready for our meal. Did you enjoy cutting them?
Yes.
Do you like cooking with mom?
Yes.
What do you like about cooking with mom?
I like about cooking with carrots and tomatoes and onions.
Carrots, tomatoes, and onions. You just like cutting them. They call you, you're like my sous chef. They call you what? A sous chef. What is it?
A sous chef.
A sous chef is somebody who helps the main chef to do lots of prep work. Thank you so much. Do you want to stay here as we cook?
Yes.
Okay, you just keep watching. I have my assistants here helping me out, so we're just going to go ahead and season. Also in our seasoning we have dill. Normally when I buy dill, it has a shelf life of outside like maybe only a week. So normally I buy them and then I just put them in this ice tray. As you notice, I just cut them, put them in these ice trays like that, and then I'm able to put some little water so they freeze. And when they are frozen in my deep freezer, it's very easy to use them for even a period of a month, really. Like they just stay fresh and ready to cube into your stews. I'm going to use them in the when I'm stewing the liver. So dill is also here. Then we have, make sure they are named in the fridge. This masking tape, and then you name with a marker, because you have to remember them when I make so many of them. This is how I remember them. We also have parsley. I cut them, washed, cut, and then put them in. They're just in cubes. Of course I'm going to use a few and then I'm able to put them back so they don't like thaw out. Yeah, but they're just basically cubes. I'll pop out like 3 of these cubes and then I use them. But basically this is parsley frozen. We also have some garlic here. I'll supposed to use about 3 cloves. Then we also have the ginger. I'm going to like grate this or use my mortar. I have a mortar. I like a little bit of African culture in here. I have a mortar. I sometimes just like to pound it in here, and I'll use my mortar today. So here we are. Let's just start by seasoning this. We're going to use curry powder, about 2 spoonfuls. These are little. They're like fruit spoons or dessert spoons. So I'm using this today. I'm using 2 of these, and basically just put it over like that. 2 of them. Put it over like that. You put aside. I will do the same for this meat or beef seasoning. I'll use 2 of them. Actually, these I'll use 3. I'll use 3. Note that when you're seasoning using most of this beef seasoning, they are salty. So it's important to know, because they are salty, you may have to go very slow on the salt, because these are already salty. So while you are putting in it, you have to remember it has salty. So I always reduce the salt amount, and I always put it last, because I ensure I find what the salt in here has impacted before I can put the other salt for testing. I'm going to go ahead and use also the cinnamon there. Just kind of, these other fresh ones will come when we are stewing on the heat. So we're going to go ahead and just marinate. Jerry, do you want to do the honors of just marinating it?
Yes.
Let Jerry please help us marinate. Just mix it up. Mix it all up nicely. Everywhere, make sure everywhere reaches. Mix it up. I know Jerry likes this because he always does this for even our roasts. He likes the part of marinating. Just mix it up. Make sure all out here comes up. Let me get a spoon and help you to like turn it over. Let me see. So let me help you to turn it over like that, so you can keep mixing. Yeah, while Jerry is mixing here, I'm going to go on and pound the ginger, and even also prepare the garlic. Yeah, continue mixing, Jerry. Just keep mixing. This is our garlic. I'm just going to put it here in the mortar and then have it pounded. Cut them into pieces like that. Not so much, because sometimes it gets really spicy, so I'll just use a bit of that. Put it in there and then have them pounded through. Garlic is a very strong spice. It can also help to like camouflage the sense of raw meats, so it's very nice to use them. For you not to be able to feel like it's very strong, you can always, I always like the garlic that is a bit big. It's normally, they call it the Zongo garlic, but we all know that the local ones are a bit tiny but very tough, so sometimes I just go for the bigger ones. So I just kind of pound it through. I'm going to just add this onto the marinade. You see? That's how they are. Yeah, you're ready, so I just bring them out and then you just put them in there and they keep marinating. Jerry, keep mixing them everywhere. Yeah, the next I'll also prepare the cloves of garlic. I'm just going to use like because this is the meats, kind of a lot of I'll use 3 of them. I just use 3 cloves, so they're kind of tiny. I think let me use 4, that and that. I'll use even this a big one, kind of the small size. So for garlic, the best way to just peel off garlic is just put it here, put a big knife, do that. Once you kind of do that, you just kind of mushy already, so you don't have to do too much. You just remove the, oh, one of mine has fallen. Welcome to the experience of actual cooking. Things fall down. And then I'm going to use also that. You just do that, because once you do that, then you can just peel them off like they are already soft. This coating just gets off, and then they're also mushy, so you don't have to do so much in mashing them. You remove the root areas, like that. You can actually marinate garlic in, or even you can put it when you're putting the onions, but for me today I'm going to just I'll marinate it in some. Half I'll marinate it in here, the other I'll cook using it when it's time for the actual cooking or stir frying. So we'll use this for as a marinade there. Yeah, mix them all up as we cut them, and then we'll use them over the onions, with the onions. So I'll just